after a big storm, 3 or 4 weeks, something like that. You probably can't see how high the grass is. Down there, it's really about 2 feet tall or more. Okay, I'm going to go on down and let you see over here what you see when you first come in the road. This is what we saw last night when we came down the road. Doesn't show up very good here on the camera, but I hope it turns out. Johnny, be quiet a minute, please. Here's a board that Kathy and Alan put there to walk across.
Mom, don't you want to pick some rocks?
John, stay out of the road, sweetheart.
Get out of the middle. Ouch. Move out of my way. In the middle of the road. In the middle of the road. In the middle of the road.
This is just really hard to believe. Johnny, don't get by the edge. Johnny, please. Can you say hi?
Hi.
Don't pull your shirt like that. It looks silly.
I'm recording Uncle Bugs fan.
In a minute, okay? Let me get this first. You can see here where it came down the road and just literally went right down onto the bridge part. They said it was like up on the road from the creek bed, and then this part was all flooded halfway up into Alan's yard. He lost his whole little fence that he had around the yard. And the whole creek bed and everything was just all the way across the road. You couldn't see the road. It was up to the underpinning on the trailer, up almost to the top of the underpinning on the back side of the trailer. And then when the bridge went in, when the bridge fell in, then all of this from up on the road just gushed on down through there.
Mom,
Just a minute, John.
can I take a picture of the trailer?
Not yet. Okay, I'm going to walk over on the bridge a little bit more.
Here you go, Streak.
We lost part of our paving on that side, but not too much of it.
Ooh, good job. Good job. Good job.
There's Johnny throwing rocks in it, in his cowboy boots. Don't let the camera hit the ground, sweetheart. Okay, we're going to stop a minute and go across to the other side now. House side of the bridge. You can see the house there.
Can I record something?
No, watch out, son. I'm trying to get the bridge right now, okay? And just Johnny, move for a second, please. You can see here where this railing's coming loose. I'm scared to step anywhere because I have to look through the camera lens and I can't see where I'm stepping. Okay. Johnny, move, honey. I want to walk over this way.
Get the bridges. Get the bridges.
Still have side rails, but they're barely there. Nothing looks real safe when you walk on it. You can see this jiggles here, just me touching it with my fingers. You can see where it broke off. Looks like an earthquake, so it looks like.
What?
Looks like pictures you've seen in Alaska, the Alaskan earthquake, where the pavement just crumbles right up. It's hard to believe that water was coming over the top of the second railing, or that bottom white railing, and splashing over the whole top of it. It had to be some strong water. You can see the edge of the logs right here, barely on there. Pretty soon, son.
I didn't know we were going to be this long, but I sure want to go to Uncle Buck's.
Here's sand that's washed down right up here to the porch door. Right here. Didn't think you'd see white Daytona Beach sand all the way up here in North Carolina mountaintops. That's what it looks like.
I'm going to see.
Wait till you see what's down in the front yard. Kathy has planted a little azalea bush here, and believe it or not, you might not be able to see it on the camera here, but it's really blooming. It's trying its best to bloom. Can't really see it through the camera, but it's little pink flowers on it.
Mom, that means my record.
There's a little higher up view. I'm on the porch of the trailer right now. You can see what it looks like from up here. Here's where the black topping all just went. There's the end of the logs. Not much holding them right there. From up here you can see the white sand down there in the yard. I don't know how clear it'll show up in the camera here. I'm going to zoom in real close and I guess it really doesn't. There's sand all the way out by the trees. Okay, we're back down here looking at the creek again. Going down into the yard. I was going to try to walk down this way, and right there where all that gravel is on the far side is where the creek bed used to be. And now it's all washed down here. The grass is real high. Johnny, walk out in front of me, okay?
What?
Walk out in front of me. They can see how high the grass is on your legs.
What?
Walk out in front of Mom, okay? Keep walking. Walk over that way more. These are tire tracks here where the Garlands drove their truck up through the garden area to haul their furniture in and out to move out of the trailer. But right here's where the creek does kind of split and try to go back to its old way.
And right here is where my dad used to go to
And if I could get it to,
school.
I don't know if we can see it here. Could be snakes in this grass and that scares me. But right there it splits and tries to go back on its old spot. Right there. And if it could stay going to the right, if I could make a little dam here somehow and make it start forcing it to go back that way, right down under the edge of those bushes that stick over. Those used to be halfway over the creek. If you could get over there close enough, you could see that that was the old creek bed right in there. You can see some of the water still making its way down through there. This is like a little island right here in the center of the creek. It was so sad when I got up this morning and looked out in the yard from up in the front window looking out. This little section down here by the pine tree that used to be nice grass is all white sand and rock, and it was raining. I was thinking it would be John's favorite morning in Alaska on a rocky beach in the rain. One of his favorite kind of times. All down where I'm walking here is just all sand down and rock down in the grass. The grass has just grown up over all kinds of trash in here. Could very well be big snakes. Let's hope not. Johnny, sit on the log right there for a second. Okay, just a minute. Sit down a minute right there. This is little John, and maybe if we could convince Dad that this was a beach in Alaska we went to, Johnny? Think we could convince him? This is my front yard. This is the big pine tree down here in the front yard. Down there's the barn. You don't have to go to Florida after all for a sandy beach. We got it right here on the top of the Smoky Mountains in North Carolina.
I mean, this is bigger splash. Never. Bigger. This is bigger.
Did you make a big splash, John?
Yeah, let me
You can hear, you can see the grass, you know, that used to be part of the yard. You know, where the creek's coming on this side now. That sand over there and that big log used to be grass. And the creek used to be on the other side of it. And now it's on this side. We got a regular waterfalls here. You could go whitewater rafting. There's like a real drop-off right here. John, don't, hun. Not while I'm filming, babe, because you'll splash it. And that's just all mud over there. I guess if we could, you know, dam it up back up here somewhere where I showed you before, we could force it to go on the other side. I know this is a lot to Maybe I could let little John throw rocks all day and we could fill it up and dam it up by him doing that. Get rid of all the rocks. I don't know. There's enough here, I think.
Yeah.
Just about could, couldn't you, John?
Yeah. I'm going to throw another one in. Can I throw another one in?
Sure, fill it up.
Yeah, I'm going to fill the whole thing up. These big rocks.
We need a rubber raft, Johnny, to ride down here. Go whitewater rafting. Well, that grass right there used to be my yard.
Ooh. Let me sit on this rock and do
I don't really know where all it goes from here. I think it goes back in pretty much into its normal place over there as it heads on back down. It just made this big curve around into the yard here.
Can I take the camera off my shoulder for a second?
No, because it'll get... This is a bunch of stuff that's just piled up and washed up here. This is really deeper looking. This is the pine tree that was in the front yard. And the creek's still over there. I'm coming around walking on the sand and rocks here. It's a lot deeper pile of sand and rocks when you start walking on it, it looks like. This is really the whole pile of rocks that just kind of stayed in a form here. And this is really over where the septic tank and the drain field is, Dad. This is on the back side of the pine tree now. I walk down here a little ways. That's looking back up towards the trailer, up the creek. It's the pine tree. There's the house. There's the pine tree. This is all boards and this huge big old tree here, a log or something that's laying right up against the tree, and it made kind of a dam and caught a bunch of other rocks and trash here. And that's really what kind of diverted the creek back over to the creek. If it hadn't have, the log hadn't have hit there and blocked it back up, I wouldn't have had, you know, it had probably had the creek still going down through the middle of the yard.
Hello, Mama. Hello, Mama. Hello. Now can I throw some?
No, wait a minute.
Now? Oh, that's it.
And here's the old part of the little creek that I showed you at the other end where it was kind of trying to come the other way. Here's the little bit of it that's still trickling through there. All that part used to be the creek bed over there. And this is looking on down the creek bed right here behind the pine tree, going on down towards, you can see where the little barn and fence is down there. This is looking on down the creek bed here. Some real interesting rocks down here. I have no idea what it looks like on down there. It sure is a mess here. Can't believe I've got a rocky beach in my front yard.
Oh, here's some more rocks.
Little John wants to make a fire down here with some sticks on the beach, as he calls it. What are you going to do after you make the fire, John?
I'm going to sit by it so I can get a little warm.
You're going to sit by it so he can get a little warm?
I've got to have a log right here so I can sit on it and try to make fire.
Well, how about if you take those sticks and put them over there closer to your log?
Oh, yeah.
That'd be easier, wouldn't it?
That'd be easy. Right here.
Okay, that looks good. You might burn your log up that way, though.
I know.
You know?
I'm going to sit right here and make it.
Looks good to me. We need some hot dogs, don't we? And some marshmallows.
This is how you really make fire, guys.
Hmm?
Before you make a fire, take some sticks and run them together.
Like
then,
that?
Then get some leaves.
Uh-huh.
Do it too. We go find some leaves.
Rocks for what?
For my fire.
for your fire? Rocks don't make a fire.
Yeah.
You make a circle to build the fire in. You make a circle out of rocks.
Oh,
Then build your fire in the middle, remember?
it's right here.
Huh? You not line the rocks
Yeah,
up in a
there's something.
circle.
There's something. Is that rock?
Huh?
It's rock.
What'd you find?
Look.
What?
Yeah. Rock and it writes.
What is it?
A rock and it writes.
It writes? A rock that writes. That's neat.
I'm gonna keep this rock. Yeah. It's right in the tree. Look. Aha! I found a leaf. I found one. I put it away. That's it away. There might be some down the creek, Mom.
I'm just looking at whatever else is here.
It's a better place to make one. This
Hmm?
looks like a better place to make one. Right?
Can you write in the sand?
What it makes it so they I can't sit down on the sand. I want to.
No, because you'll get it all over your pants right now, honey. Don't sit in it. Yeah, it's still wet.
Okay?
Looks pretty sad. Needs some help around here. Mm,
Well, you know what we need before we start the fire?
Hmm?
You know what we need before we start the fire?
What?
We need some matches and some leaves. Matches and leaves.
Do it?
Better place. Hey, Mom. This looks like a better place. I can sit right here on this mud and make the fire. And then I can sit right here and make the. I can't make a good enough circle, Mom.
You can't.
No.
Why not? You can see the sand that come on down here by the boxwoods, by the fence. Alan told me that sand was all the way up in the barn. He said he couldn't even get one of the doors open. It's, you know, the grass has grown up here, but where I'm walking is just all sand under here. Hmm? My bird bath has gotten washed down from up there by the roses by the back door to down here and wedged between the fence and the gate. Right there.
There might be apples down here we can pick.
Huh?
If there's any apples down here.
That's the bird bath back in there. Gate got jammed open.
Let's see if there's any
There's more sand over here on this side of the fence. This is the fence down in the front yard. That's the old barn. John, don't go down there too far. Yeah, I can see the sand that's washed all the way down. There's sand over by that door.
Let's get out of here. I want to go over and make it still make more fire. Hey! Come on, what's on me to make you a fire?
Mm-hmm, in a minute.
Well,
Well, I'm not going to go on down in the yard garden, but there's just still piles of white sand all down through here. Just in different places in the yard. Well, it was too much to mow anyway, right? Why not make it sand? Sounds like the thing to do. Little John seems to like that idea. Make sand castles up in the front yard.
he said you could hold this.
Okay, we're gonna go walk on up the creek and up the road to Daddy's shop?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
On up the road here, going towards Buck's house. You can see the sides of the road. I guess Alan said there wasn't much of a road here, and they had to just scrape it back over towards the creek to make a road back.
Mama, I'm going up to the shop. I'm going up to
You
the
can
shop.
see it
Bye.
really rerouted the creek through there, made another little island in there.
Bye. I'm going up to the shop.
Johnny and I are going to start to walk up to the shop. I'm not sure we'll get all the way up, but we're right here by, that's Elsie's building, I guess she's making up there. Lots of work to clean up around here. We'll stop for a minute till we get on up a little way. There's where Buck's shed used to be. He's got it all piled up with wood and stuff now, I guess, where he was clearing it out.
You get on that side or this side? I'm getting on that side.
If I get up a little closer,
Well,
we'll
I'm getting on this side.
show you a little more.
Oh, come on.
Just a minute, John. Here's looking back down the road. We just stopped a minute and talked to Elsie here for a second. And so I'd show you the creek here a little bit. This is right here where Buck's shop used to be. Like right here's the big pile of wood. And I'll go on around it a minute and let you see what's up here.
Here's one more. Here.
Hmm?
Here's one more.
Here he is coming.
Let me see.
Huh?
Oh, let me move. Guys, it's that. It's a
Hmm?
medical.
Is that Uncle Buck?
Yeah,
Who is it?
Uncle Buck.
You sure?
Yeah, thanks.
This is where the shop used to be. I don't know who's coming on the... Somebody's coming down the road. Johnny thinks it might be Uncle Buck. I think it is. It looks like him.
Hey, Uncle Buck. Hey, Uncle Buck. I was just gonna
He's coming down here to park it.
Uncle Buck, I was just gonna...
Howdy, how are you?
I was getting ready to come up on your golf course.
You was?
Yes.
Give me a hug. Give me a hug. My, that boy's a growing, isn't he?
Yeah, he come for another golf lesson, he said. It was time for another lesson.
George, we'll give him one.
I brought my own golf clubs this
You
time.
did? Good, good.
How you been?
Pretty good, Pat. How you been?
Pretty good. I just come to survey the damage now that it
Yeah.
seems safe enough to come, huh?
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of holes. I went up a time or two and looked at it. I told Alan I'd try to help him on that door.
Well, there's the pile.
Turn it off, Mom.
This is where Buck's shop. You can see some of the old metal from it strewn about here. We're back up by the little road that turns off to go to John's shop. See how bad this looks. I can't. Kathy and Alan said they piled some gravel in enough to get her four-wheeler truck to drive over it.
What? What, Mom?
I'm talking in the camera, honey.
Well, we still got a big thing so we can do this.
Not very big now, but
Mom,
it still makes it under the tile, through the tile.
where's the clock?
Pretty good.
Big clock, Mom. Big clock. Look, beautiful clock.
No. And you didn't used to be able to see the tile.
Aha, I got it. Come on, Mom. Are you scared?
You can see how it's washed up in there. I'm afraid to look at the road on up ahead. You can see where all that was sand, all down through here. Believe it or not, it's really not as bad here as I thought it was going to be.
Come on, Mom. You can
This
run it.
really isn't.
You can do it. You can do it. I can do it. That would do it. You
It's
can
pretty
do it,
bad
you
right
can do it,
here.
you
I
can
mean,
do
I
it,
couldn't
you
drive
can
my
do
car or
it.
nothing over it. Kathy did get her four-wheeler.
Whoa. Come on. Aren't you scared to go up here? I'm
No.
not.
I'm not, babe. I'm just filming and I'm trying to walk slow. It's really not too bad. I'm going to stop for a minute here. Not much to see here, just kind of ride it out. Start walking up here and you realize it's a little rougher than you than it looks from way back there.
Come on, Mom. I'm driving.
Needs a little
I'm walking up.
tender loving care.
I'm walking up, Mom.
Okay.
Oh.
It's a little further up the road. You can see the ruts. You couldn't really get a car up here. Here's the little shop.
My shop.
The door is really off the hinges now, real bad.
My car's still in there. I gotta fix.
We're walking back down across the bridge now from the shop.
What?
We went on up and looked around. Wasn't nothing
What?
special to see up there, but this is the view of the
Can I look through?
bridge from here.
Hey, Mom. I'm holding my own place.
This one won't be too hard to fix. Just some rock right in here and a load of gravel. It'll be good as new, maybe.
There's a little leaf in there.
No, save the leaf, babe. All right, John. This is little John's second golf lesson by Uncle Buck.
Oh, I want another golf club.
It's been about 2 years, hasn't it, since the first one? He's hit 2 balls already and hit them both good, right on, first swing.
Even you can swing with this one too. Oh.
That was the worst one so far, John. You did really good on the first 2. Come on, give us a good one. I think that's because the camera's on him now.
Yeah, I got the like this kind of golf club.
You're going to use that one? Here's the golfer that can't stand up. Look in the camera and tell Papa, say, watch this one, Papa.
Watch this one.
All right, that's pretty good.
The orange one.
Orange one, okay. All right, hit it good now.
Stand there and set up your swing real good. Get real ready.
That's better. That's better.
Good one, John. Good one. Good one. Little crooked.
Son, you're swinging in that way too much. Swing. You see this out here? Swing right straight through that thing. Okay. Hey.
Look at that.
Beat that one.
Oh, that's dandy. There's a good one too. And you see you swung around again. You see where your club is? You want it to go throughout the way you want the ball to go, see? That's the straight one.
Now you curved your thing again, John.
Around again. Set your club down. Let me show you. Look here. Hold it. Hold it. Go straight back like this, and you go straight through. Okay?
Straight on up, not around you.
That's better.
He's swinging a baseball bat, I think.
Yeah, he's typical. Now get your grip. I don't like the grip you got there. Put your hand on. Put your hand there and that hand there. Good grip like that. There you go. Now come back and hit it. Hey, you hit that one.
Yeah.
That went a long ways.
And go out to the right now, remember. Go out, make it swing up this way.
Then we gotta go pick them up. And do it
Yes, we
again.
got to go pick them up. Yeah, you're coming around on hit that thing, boy.
You go. That.
Straight on out in front of you when you come through.